You are the most genuine person I think I've ever met.
So you mean I'm easy to read?
I hope so.
Why is that?
Because I get the feeling that you're happy to see me again. And I hope I'm right about that.
You are. You definitely are.
Hello?
Hello, Connor.
Where's your other half?
Oh, I'm not here with Rich.
You're alone?
Yeah, I'm meeting someone.
Oh, well. You're certainly more than welcome to wait at this table if you'd like.
Oh, you're not busy working?
Not anymore.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Can I, waiter, coffee?
Sure, fine.
Thank you.
Thanks. What?
Well, it just suddenly dawned on me that I'm sitting here with the wife of an old high school rival. She has to be a shrink.
Oh, it kind of makes it tough to pretend that you're comfortable.
Almost impossible.
Well, you can relax. To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit nervous myself.
Have you seen the new figures from Europe?
Sure have.
Man, are we kicking butt, Ridge, or what?
Talked to somebody earlier that actually thinks we're overexposed.
I can live with that problem.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if every woman in Paris owned one of our dresses.
It's the formula, Thorne. Belief is successful beyond any of our dreams.
Has Dad seen these figures yet?
No, I'll be taking them to him in a minute.
Well, that ought to cheer him up.
Yeah, I hope so.
So it's his first day back?
Have you talked to him?
No, I haven't even seen him.
Me neither.
Well, it's good. I'm glad he came in today. Maybe that'll take his mind off Sheila. Do you believe that woman, Ridge?
Personally, I'm glad she walked out on him.
Well, me too. I just wish she would have done it sooner. Maybe spared Dad a lot of grief.
Yeah, he'll get over it.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that easy, Ridge. He was very attached to her.
Or so he thinks.
You don't think he loved her?
No, I don't.
He would argue that one.
She was a crutch, Thorne. Someone to help him get over the woman he does love.
Brooke?
Yeah, that's right. He loved her like he's loved no one else. And he still does.
I'm so glad you stopped by.
Well, really, because I had this feeling that something was going on.
So you didn't hear the news?
No, what news?
Eric and Sheila got married.
No way.
Yes. Yes, Stephanie told me.
When did this happen?
Well, I guess when everybody left the chapel, she came back and they had a private little ceremony.
Wow, that is incredible.
Yeah. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
Well, you certainly don't look tired.
Well, I'm not. I mean, all of this is so unbelievable. The implications for Rich and me.
Pretty staggering.
I went over there last night and I talked to him and I told him I was giving up the fight. But he refuses to believe that Eric will fall in love with anybody else. He really thinks that Eric and I are going to end up together someday. He clings to it, Karen. It's his only excuse for not doing what he truly wants to do.
Which is to pursue a relationship with you.
That's right.
Well, now that he doesn't have his excuse, what's next, Brooke?
Stephanie.
Want to talk?
Sure, come on in. Matter of fact, I was just trying to get a hold of you on the phone. Guess what?
You married her.
Sheila came back after everybody left.
Yes, I know. She told me.
She come by and see you?
Last night.
How was that?
Uncomfortable.
What happened?
It's not so much what happened, it's safe to say I think she wanted to revel in it, sort of rub my face in it, so to speak. Let's not go on and on because there's really no point to be made here. You've made your decision, haven't you?
I love her, Stephanie.
Perhaps you do.
You don't believe me, do you?
I think that you think you love her.
Well, that's almost as good as the real thing, wouldn't you say?
What was the story for leaving you just standing there at the altar?
She wasn't comfortable getting married in a church filled with people who would rather she dropped over dead.
Didn't that strike you as a little strange?
No, seemed pretty reasonable to me.
This woman has been fighting your family for the past 3 months. You finally agree to walk her down the aisle, and she leaves you standing there at the altar. And do you think this is reasonable behavior?
Sheila's been hoping against hope that my family would finally accept her.
Well, I suppose that would have happened, wouldn't it, if she'd postponed the wedding and given everyone in the family a chance to really get to know her. But she doesn't want to do that because I think she's afraid of what we're going to find out. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I was hoping that your bad feelings about Sheila would change once I married her. Anyway, we have more pressing matters to discuss.
And what's that?
Brooke.
So, what happens now between you and Ridge? That's up to Ridge.
You're leaving it up to him?
Eric's marriage is going to have a very profound impact on Ridge.
You're certain of that?
Beyond a shadow of a doubt. But Ridge wouldn't agree. He'd say it doesn't make any difference at all. He'd say he's married and still in love with his wife, etc., etc., etc. But I know what he won't even admit to himself. That his marriage was built on a very rocky foundation. A premise that is false.
That his father would never stop loving you.
And that's why Ridge and I aren't together.
And Eric did just marry another woman.
And Ridge will be face to face with the truth.
Ooh, when are you gonna hit him up with all of this?
Well, I don't have to. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Soon he'll know the truth, and that will set him free. I'm not desperate anymore, Karen. I'm just waiting.
You're nervous?
Well, this isn't exactly easy for me either.
Well, then why did you accept my invitation to sit down?
I wanted to talk to you, Connor.
Wait a minute. So you're here to see me?
I called your office to set up our meeting, and, well, they told me that you were here, so I came here.
Yes, well, I can see that. I'm flattered. So tell me, what can I do for you, Dr. Forrester?
You and Brooke are getting very close.
Yes, we are.
Which means that you will be spending a lot of time at her condo.
Go on.
And my husband, I don't know, you may have noticed, he's very close to Brooke's children.
Yes, I have noticed. A little tough not to notice. He acts like he's the kid's father, especially the little girl.
Yeah, well, see, that's where there's a problem.
Problem?
Ridge will also be spending a considerable amount of time there.
And how do you feel about that?
The way I feel about it really isn't the issue.
No, of course not. You're here out of concern for your husband. A man who is not terribly fond of me, and honestly, I'm not terribly fond of him either. But all I can tell you, Taylor, is don't worry.
Unfortunately, that's not much of a consolation.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself, okay? I'm an attorney, a very good attorney. Now, I can say that because up to this point, my career has been everything. Nothing else mattered to me up to this point. Now that I've gotten reacquainted with Brooke, well, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm falling in love with her. And I have already fallen in love with her kids. And they're pretty thrilled about me, too. I mean, I've done things with little Eric that I know his father has never done with him. We go to the beach, we play ball together, we wrestle around on the floor. I took him to Disneyland the other day. I wish you could have seen him. It was the thrill of his life. Actually, it was the thrill of my life. If I stop seeing Brooke tomorrow, I want to stay in contact with her kids. That's how much they mean to me. Why am I telling you all this? I guess to reassure you that I would never do anything to come between Ridge and his little half-sister and brother. I wouldn't do that to them. And I wouldn't do that to Brooke. Don't tell anybody I said this, but I wouldn't do that to Ridge either. Don't worry, Taylor. There will never be a problem in that home in front of those children. I promise you that.
Boy, Ridge, I don't know about that one.
Well, I do.
You really think Dad is still carrying the torch for Brooke?
Think about it, Thorne. The very day he gets his divorce decree, he's proposing marriage to Sheila. And what does that say to you?
Sheila is a rebound.
But why is she a rebound? Why does Dad even need a rebound? I mean, that's not like him. He's very secure. Look, the reason he grabbed up Sheila that way is because he was hurting. The guy was in pain like nothing he's ever felt before. That is how much he loved Brooke.
Well, you have a point.
Thorne, I guarantee you Dad and Brooke will end up together.
I doubt it.
I don't.
Well, the way I see it, she's still holding out for you.
That's another reason I'm glad Dad and Sheila didn't marry.
Why's that?
I don't know, Thorne. It's really starting to get to me.
What is?
Brooke.
What are you talking about?
She's been going on for weeks about Dad and this marriage and how significant it's gonna be for us.
You and Brooke.
Yeah. She said that would prove that Dad was over her. Once he was married, I'd be drawn back to her like a bee to nectar.
Any truth to it?
Well, you know Brooke and me. There's a lot of chemistry there. I suppose there always will be. But anyway, thank God I don't have to think about that anymore. Dad isn't married. He'll find his way back to Brooke in a week or two.
What would have happened if Dad had married Sheila?
Oh, that's one thing I don't really spend too much time thinking about.
Well, it's better that you don't, big brother.
Amen.
Look, I gotta run. I gotta take Kristen to the airport. I'll catch you later.
All right.
Good. Now we can discuss my next favorite subject, Brooke.
Steve Crown was here to see me today.
What's up?
It appears that Brooke does indeed have a very serious legal claim to the belief patent, and not just a piece of it either. I'm telling you, Stephanie, the time has come for us to rebuild some of the bridges that we have burned over the last 6 years.
The bridges I've burned, isn't that what you mean?
Well, yes. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. But the fact is, Brooke probably holds the future to this company in her hands. I'd like to be able to sit down and talk reasonably with her.
So we have to sort of pave the way.
And only you can do it.
Oh, now I get the picture.
So? What are you going to do about it?
Well, I suppose I could invite her to dinner.
When?
Now listen, don't pressure me.
Look, I have to pressure you, Stephanie. We don't have any time here. Brooke holds the future of this company in her hands. We have to bring her back into the fold.
Do you realize that what you're asking me is nearly impossible?
So what are you saying to me? You're not even going to try?
No, I'm not saying I won't even try. I'm asking for a reality check. The woman and I hate each other. I need some help.
All right, talk to me. What can I do to help?
Well, I certainly can't sit alone at a dinner table with her for 2 hours. I mean, come on, we despise one another.
We'll make it a family dinner. We'll all be there. We'll ease into this thing.
Well, that's a start.
All right, well, let's do it tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, Stephanie, we can't wait. I'm telling you. How much more clear can I make that?
All right, tonight.
All right, dinner at the house.
You call her.
No, you call her.
Don't you push me.
This situation warrants pushing, Stephanie. You understand? Now, you call her. She's probably at home right now.
All right, then you're going to do me a favor in return.
Okay, what is it?
If I have to deal with Brooke, I am not going to deal with the two of them.
The two of them.
I will not have Sheila at this family dinner.
Oh, Stephanie,
no, that's
come
it.
on.
You've pushed me to my limit, and don't push me any further. You come to the house alone tonight. Alone.
You truly aren't.
Desperate? No, not anymore.
I have to say that I've never seen you so at peace with yourself.
I can't tell you how long I have waited for this feeling. I guess if you love somebody long enough, inevitably things start to happen.
But, Brooke, Ridge is still married.
Yes, he is still married. Poor Taylor.
Poor Taylor.
She's going to end up getting very hurt because she's going to be the loser.
Are you absolutely certain this is all going to happen?
Family loyalty is very important to a Forrester. That's why Ridge married Taylor.
Sure, he was being loyal to his father, but
Yes, but don't you see? Ridge didn't think Eric was going to fall in love with anybody else, but he did. So I'm confident. I'm very confident. Once Ridge finds out that Eric married Sheila and that he's in love with her, it's all going to start to unravel. His reasons for being in a relationship with Taylor, his reasons for marrying her, I mean, it's not going to hold up. None of it. He isn't going to be able to deny himself. That isn't Ridge. He'll come back to me.
Dad?
Ridge, hi.
How's it going?
Oh, it could be better.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Talk to Steve, too?
Steve?
About the belief patent?
No, I was talking about something else altogether.
About what?
Your wedding, Dad. Really sorry about the way things turned out.
Are you?
It's gotta be tough.
Well, if you're truly sorry, then what I'm about to tell you ought to make you happy.
Yeah, what's that?
Sheila and I, we got married.